Right, Emily, so paper 2, foundation tier. Let's see how you adjust to this. £182.12, 22.96. That one's wrong, and then because that one's wrong, that one is wrong too. But is it right for your incorrect working? Let's just check. 182.12, 22.96, £20.40, £14.70, £24.18. Yeah, so you get the mark for that. So you get 3 out of 4, and then 10% of that is not that. I'm not sure what you've done there. What you need to be doing is on your calculator, 10% is that, multiplying it by your answer, no, I think I know what you've done. So you've written that as £24.1 and then you've taken it off. So you haven't answered the question. Okay, sometimes the answer will ask you how much Arthur has to pay, in which case what you've done is correct. But all they want is the discount, and the discount is, well, £24.1, except to the two decimal places that you need, the 8 would make that nearer to 24 and 2 pence. So your answer is going to be, that should be a 2. So your method is right, but you've got too many little errors going on there, plus you over answered the question. So total for the page 4. 107 is a little bit low. I can see your method clearly, but certainly that one there and that one there should have been included. Possibly that one there, possibly that one there. So that's too far out. 108 to 112 would have been acceptable. So you're going to get 1 for your clear method, but lose 1 for that. Okay, so you're showing me what the distances are, but you then have to add those up in order to work out the perimeter. You haven't added them together. It's only worth 1 mark. I can't give you anything for that, unfortunately. 1610, 1315 is correct. 5 for the page. 68 is right. That is right. That is right. 3 for the page. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 4, 5. That's right. 1, 2, 11, 22. That one's right, that one's wrong. It's to the nearest 1,000, so you've rounded it to the nearest 500. The nearest 1,000 is either going to be 7,000 or 8,000, and because it's less than 500, it's closer to 7,000. For this one, 1, 4 is right. Minus 3, 4, minus 3, 4 is there. Okay, so what you've done takes you to there. Well, I'm not sure when P is there why you can't see it's minus 5, minus 2. I can understand if you written those the other way around, but those digits, very strange, can't work out what you've done. Okay, 3, 6, 7 for the page. B and G, A and D, good girl. There, you're saying most of them. S won't, because it won't fold up. There's no folds on that side. P will. T won't, because those are different sizes. Q won't, because you've got that big long one there, meaning they won't join up. And V will. Okay, but you've got too many wrong in there to get you any of the marks. FP2 for that page. Okay, this let's take a look at this. 98 degrees is what I'm looking for. You've gone too far there. So 98 degrees is 100 is there, 98 is there. So that should be there. And this one, 26 degrees, is good. So that one's right, that one's wrong. So you get 1 mark for that one. For this one, that is 13, so that side is correct. This side is 9, so that side is correct. But I don't think this is 120. Oh, it's not bad. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Well done. So 4 for the page. 75, both of those are right. Good girl. 86 is correct. This is very good. 22 cakes is correct, but there isn't £1 left over. So you haven't worked out the change bit correctly. That's not right. 62%. Write it as a decimal. Think 62 pence if you had to write it in using pounds. So you'd write it like that, times 12.5 on your calculator, work out what the answer is. Okay, 3, 8, 10 for that page. You've worked out the median here. The mean is where you have to add them all up and divide by however many there are. You need to know how to do that. This is correct. This is what you've done is right, but you then need to divide these to see how many times bigger, not multiply them. And similarly there, you've worked out their areas, so then you've got to do 560 divided by 35 to see how many times smaller. So for that page, 3 marks. 3 is correct, 8 is correct, 7x minus 21 is correct, 30 take 12 is correct, and then you've got to work out that it's equal to 18. 10p is wrong, minus 8q is right. Okay, 7p take 3p, not add 3p, is why that one's wrong. That's wrong. You've got to add those two together, so you get 5x plus 1. And with this, p is correct, s is correct. Those two are in the wrong place. If you take a look at my video clip, I've drawn you little sketches there to show you what each of them are. So 3, 4, 5, 6 for that page. This is bearings. Take a look how I do that on the video. If you know how to use a protractor, it's quite an easy question to do, and there's plenty of practice questions on the Jones the Sum site. That is correct, that is correct, good. Y equals -2 is correct with you. Both of your lines are wrong. Closest one you've got to being right is this one, which actually is right, 2, 1. So that line there is right. So it's a shame that you've scribbled it out and drawn on there 2 wrong lines. That one's definitely right, so you're definitely going to get 1 mark for drawing that line. I can't give you the marks for the other line because you've scribbled it out, unfortunately. So 1 mark for that. The washing machines, Can't see what you've done there. There's nothing there that you've done correct. So although you've tried the question, that what you've done isn't right. There's no correct method in there at all. Have a watch how I explain that on the video clip, because that's something that you should be able to do. And those questions you may or may not have learned how to do with Mrs. Williams. I think you were with, weren't you? Hold on. Yeah, so Mrs. Williams might have done mean the group data and trial and improvement, but if not, it is something that we'll be doing over the next couple of months. So not bad, Emily. Let's see what total you get. 4, 9, 12, 19, 21, 25, 35, 38, 44, 49, 50. 50. 50 is a D. 50 is 12, 15 marks away from a grade C. But when you go through that paper, you'll see that you've thrown quite a lot of careless little slips away, and there are some questions that you've left out completely that certainly we'll be able to take a look at over the next few months.